What's up, sports fans? It's your man D back. Speak Mind Sports Talk. All right, check it out, man. Adam Kownacki looks to avenge himself against Robert Helenius. Helenius knocked stopped Kownacki in the fourth round of their first fight. And, you know, I, the referee in that fight, Kownacki was hit with a shot. I don't know if the referee realized that Adam Kownacki was hurt, but if I'm not mistaken, I believe he called it a trip. But Kownacki was actually hurt in the fight, and then so he was able to get back to his feet, and Robert Helenius dropped him. He got dropped by Helenius, and so this time the referee knew that he got dropped, and Adam Kownacki, with the warrior he is, was able to get back to his feet again and get the count. And it was just all downhill from there. Now, I will say this. Robert Helenius is a journeyman, you know, yes. And this was a fight. Adam Kownacki was heavily favored in this fight. I believe he got a little sloppy. I've seen flaws in Kownacki, so it's not like, he's this fighter that I believe that would shoot right to the top. There's some work that needs to be done with Adam Kownacki. Robert Helenius has the height reach advantage. Although Kownacki has size disparity, of course, it's not muscle or fitness he put on. Adam Kownacki is not the fit fighter, but he's 6'3", 265 pounds, and Robert Helenius is 6'6" and 38 in that fight. And he had a 3.5 inch reach advantage on Adam Kownacki. So he had the dimensions over him, but the other thing with Robert Helenius is he had experience. And this is what Kownacki hadn't had. And, it kind of showed. Now, this could be one of these situations where Adam Kownacki learned from his mistakes. This is the first loss in his young career. He only has 20, fights, one loss, 15 knockouts. So um, it's not as if it's over for him. Robert Helenius, however, is a veteran in the sport. He's been around. He's fought a lot of guys, top tier guys. So he's been through punishment. Could could Adam Kownacki come back and avenge himself? And this is a fight where he learns from it, he improves from it, and he gets better. Or is it just the fact that he's not prep for the heavyweight division? This could be a guy, Adam Kownacki, who will eventually become a test or gatekeeper himself. And I think this will be proven in this next Robert Helenius. Now, Adam Kownacki was a favorite in this fight. He's a come forward fighter. He doesn't have the greatest defense. He does have a high work rate for, his size, the way he looks. Like sloppy, gas out. He looks like kind of one of these filler fights for these guys that's just moving into the division. So his frame could fool you, but he's somewhat like an Andy Ruiz, who doesn't have this muscular frame, but he performs at a level where you can see that he's a valid heavyweight. Well, coming back and beating Robert Helenius will be validation for him as much as revenge, or to avenge the only loss he's taken in his career. But these guys have agreed in principle to fight each other in a rematch. Robert Helenius doesn't believe that Adam Kownacki really wants to fight him again. He doesn't believe him. He knows he said that, but he thinks that he's doing that to save face. But deep down inside, he doesn't want to see him again. Pretty interesting. So you know that Helenius is not coming in with any type of intimidation or fear going against Adam Kownacki. Feels pretty comfortable that he beat him for a reason the first time. So it's going to be another test for Adam Kownacki. Are they going to change their game plan up? Is he going to do a better job at getting himself in shape? Work on some of the things that, defense especially, because sometimes he comes in there with reckless abandonment and he got clipped by Robert Helenius, and then Robert Helenius didn't let up on him. He just came in with a barrage of punches to eventually have the referee step in and call it a TKO. Now, he didn't knock Adam Kownacki out flat. So, it's a difference from when you get a TKO and when you get knocked out flat. He put him down, and eventually his hands was raised, but it wasn't from him knocking Kownacki out flat. It was a TKO, you know. So that just gives you an indication that Adam Kownacki can come back and avenge his loss. When you get a guy that gets knocked out flat, that doesn't mean it's the end of it either. If you think about Dillian White versus Alexander Povetkin, he knocked him out cold, but most of us, the consensus is that Dillian White can come back and avenge himself. And it's, similar thing here with Adam Kownacki. I don't see Robert Helenius beating him in a way where he cannot come back and avenge himself. But he does have to work on some of the defensive deficiency that got him into trouble versus Robert Helenius. So Adam Kownacki is young enough to improve from this loss. A lot of people say that Floyd Mayweather plagued boxing where, guys take a loss and it means that you're finished, but that's not necessarily what it means. The history of boxing will show you that a lot of guys take these losses and they learn from them and they improve from them. They look at the film, they see what they were doing wrong, they work on those things in camp. They you know, come through with a different game plan. And if he executes well, he has everything he needs to beat Helenius. So we'll see in this rematch. We'll see if it happens. They are talking about scheduling it for January of 2021. And again, nothing set in stone yet, but both fighters have agreed in principle to have this match. And Helenius is not coming in there with any type of intimidation. Um, Interesting to see who the favorite will be. Is it one of these things where Kownacki will come back in as a favorite, maybe a slight favorite, because he was 4-1 to begin that first fight, but he's been upset? Will Robert Helenius come in as the favorite? We shall see. Robert Helenius is an older veteran, so he's, like I said, a gatekeeper journeyman. But interesting fight, guys. Just wanted to give you an update on that. These two guys have agreed in principle to see each other in the ring again. We should see what happens with round two, the rematch, Robert Helenius and Adam Kownacki. And y'all know how I always end this thing. For the love of sports, talk about it. Peace.